So first of all, sir, I want to thank you for the invitation to the White House.
Thank you.
I had the opportunity a couple of hours ago to talk to part of your cabinet, and I am very pleased to say that inclusion and diversity are in this house, and I learned more about you and Dr. Jill, and thank you. Thank you for everything you do for the community, and for the Hispanic community in particular. Muchas gracias.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And by the way, I promised I'd have a cabinet that looked like America. And it does.
It does.
Across the board.
How is your administration working to support our Hispanic households to promote home ownership? ¿De qué manera su administración apoya iniciativas que benefician a nosotros como hispanos y promueven ser propietarios de vivienda?
There's two ways. Building more homes, number one, because we have a shortage of homes. And number two, providing help for people to buy their first home. And we've done that both through the Recovery Act, it's a fancy phrase, but the Recovery Act that passed early on, as well as what we continue to do. For example, we provide for down payments for people to be able to buy their first home, providing for opportunities for people to be able to move in a direction where they can generate income to be able to own a home.
What is our plan to continue to bring down drug costs and obviously make healthcare more affordable for our Latino communities? ¿Cuál es su plan para bajar los costos de las medicinas y tener seguros médicos más accesibles para nuestra gente?
I've been fighting the drug companies since I was a senator. For real. It's been an ongoing fight. And finally, when I became president, I was able to beat the drug companies so that we provide for example, look at how bad the problem is. If I took you out to the Air Force base with me and you had a prescription you had to fill here in the United States, whatever the company that made it, I put you on a plane. I took you to Madrid, I took you to Paris, I took you to London, I took you to Berlin. I can get you that same exact drug, that prescription, for 40, 60% less. It's just wrong. The only one that we can't negotiate with up until I changed the law was drug companies. I couldn't say. Medicare spends billions of dollars a year providing for health care for people and prescription drugs. So what we did was, I'll give you one example. An awful lot of Latinos, like others as well, have real problems with diabetes. Matter of fact, in the Hispanic community, it's a higher percentage than most. It costs $400 a month to be able to have the insulin you need for that diabetes. Well, guess what? It costs $35 a month now.
My producer talked to Javier Becerra today about that, and he's very grateful, Tomás Fernández.
Well, by the way, it's something I've been fighting for my whole career. Now, here's what I was able to do initially. I was able to pass it so it affected everyone, not just somebody on Medicare. But what happened is the Republicans voted against renewing it at that. I could only get it passed just for Medicare recipients, which is millions of Hispanics, Latinos, but it should cover everyone.
You should.
Everyone.
Ya volvemos con la segunda parte de esta entrevista exclusiva de Chiquibaby con el presidente de los Estados Unidos, el señor Joe Biden.
El show de Chiquibaby.
De costa a costa, de norte a sur, escuchas a tu Chiquibaby. Chiquibaby.
Y aquí está nuestra segunda parte de esta amena charla que tuvimos con el presidente Joe Biden. Espero la disfruten. So now I want to talk about a lot of our listeners that are undocumented immigrants, dreamers. What's our plan to try and fix it, to try to bring la reforma migratoria? ¿Cuál es el plan para ayudar a nuestra gente indocumentada que trabaja en este país, los dreamers, y si realmente podemos tener una reforma migratoria?
First of all, when Barack and I provided for dreamers to be able to stay in the country, it was a big fight, a gigantic fight. And what most Americans don't know is it's not, the reason I find this so absurd, what we're doing with dreamers, is that it's not like a 2-year-old kid can say, Mommy, don't take me across the Rio Grande, I don't want to go, it's against the law. Come on, man. So they're here with having had no choice, number one. Number two, they're significant contributors. They contribute an enormous amount to the American economy, to the American culture, significant amount. Number three, what I was able to do is the first bill I ever introduced as related to immigration provided for access to citizenship for Dreamers. And it's got nowhere. The Republicans won't even play with it. But in the meantime, what's happened is I've changed the law by executive order saying that if you're a Dreamer, you get health care coverage.
I heard that. That's amazing.
Well, it's giant change. And we're not giving up till Dreamers have direct access to citizenship. It's essential.
We hope that happens soon and that you have more time to make the Republicans help us out.
Well, the way to do that, vote Democrat. Give me a Democratic Senate in the House.
So you want 4 more years?
Well, I want 4 more, but I need members of the House and Senate who are prepared to stand up and do the right thing.
El show de Chiquibaby.
El show más divertido, polémico,
carismático, controversial, gracioso, agradable, entretenido.
El show de tu Chiquibaby. El show de tu Chiquibaby.
Y aquí está la tercera y última parte de esta entrevista exclusiva de Chiquibaby con el presidente de Estados Unidos, el señor Joe Biden.
5 de mayo. Why is it so important for you and your wife to have these kind of events that impact the Hispanic community?
Hispanic community is part of the future of America. 28 out of every 100 students in school speak Spanish. 28. The idea we're going to ignore that? That's our future. It's our growth. One of the reasons we're growing so much is we have significant influx of immigrants coming in the country. One of the reasons our economy is so good. We're not a xenophobic nation. Other nations are. We're not. That's why our economy is the best in the world. And look, it's just simple, basic fairness. The idea that somehow people don't understand the incredible contributions that the Hispanic community makes to America and has from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so it's necessary. It's a little bit like back in the 1840s and the great exodus from Ireland because of the famine and the way Irish Catholics were treated. We said, no, we don't need any more of those things. There was a large influx. There's even a bigger influx now in terms of Hispanic citizens who want to become citizens. So it's just enormously important.
Well, thank you for all your efforts to helping us out. And is there any Hispanic tradition?
By the way, you're helping us out.
Ay, gracias.
No. It's not. You think I'm just being politician here? It's not that. Truly. The reason why we're growing so well, the reason why there's so much movement, the reason why we're providing for access to education, the reason why we're providing for Hispanic institutions that are educational institutions, because it's the future. It's the future.
Somos el futuro, lo que dice, que gracias a nuestras contribuciones. Well, thank you, Mr. President. Muchas gracias.
Well, thank you. Thanks for making it. But it's a big deal you made the effort to be here.
It's a very big privilege. Es un honor para mí estar aquí. So, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.